Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Zach Erickson from Nintendo Dads. I am recording a video. What's going on? So I had this great idea that since I am so busy that I can't be on the show lately, when convenient for myself and for life, I am going to record almost like a weird little mini episode that is just me talking to the camera, video style, and I'm going to talk about stuff. And I think that that's the best way for me to do that. That's exciting and that is keeping me involved with all of you guys. But also, the quality's not going to be as amazing. I'm not going to lie, but it's something that, you know what? Hey, you're not here for the quality. You're here for me. Whatever that means. So I even made really amazing bumpers that I'm going to use to bounce around for the show. So here we go. Let's hit that first bumper. Right? I knew you'd be excited. So this first little segment thing is Diary of a Nintendo Dad. So this is me just talking about my life a little bit and what I've been doing. Wow. Life has been crazy lately. I am currently recording this on February 27th. A little over a week ago, my wife and I, because I guess it's important to know that the reason that I'm not on the show anymore, and because even when I want to be on the show on a fairly regular basis, life is crazy. I'm working like 3 evenings a week. I've got kids in school, and then again, about a week and a half ago, we just gave birth to our 4th child. So we now have 4 children whose the ages are 8, 6, 2, and like a week and a half. So life is insane. Work is going really well too, though. Like Hillary is on, just on maternity leave in Canada. We get pretty decent maternity leave. Her job affords us that as well. So we're really excited. We're really, both are doing great. It's just been really actually a great experience to go to 4 children. Weirdly, I mean, we're only a week and a half in, but that's definitely, so far so good actually. The weird thing about having 4 children is that you are so outnumbered that you have to start. I don't know. It's weird because the older children are now kind of actually helpful around the house. Like when your kids start to be old enough that you can actually trust them a little bit with doing some things is really awesome. So that's, I guess, a little bit about my life, my work as well. For those of you who don't know, I am a psychologist. Official title is a registered provisional psychologist in Alberta, Canada. And yeah, it's been going really well. I mean, I'm loving my work at Shift Psychological here in Edmonton. It lets me do, I get to work with clients, but I also am, excited and involved with, a lot of their other stuff that's going on, some of their public facing things as the company is growing, all that sort of cool stuff. So I'm really, really jazzed about psychology and mental health and all of that stuff. So it's super fun. And yeah, it's pretty good. Also, what else? By the way, as I'm gonna maybe do these videos on a fairly regular-ish basis, feel free in the comments to ask questions or topics you'd like me to talk about. But yeah, let's do that business here. So yeah, that's about all I have for diary. But also I'm growing a beard. I'm keeping it trim. I'm going for what is known as the corporate beard look. And so we'll see. Also, by the way, because my daughter was born, she took over the room, so I'm actually in my own bedroom right now. And so hence the zoomed in look. Once it's all kind of, whatever. I don't know. Is this like trying to compensate for my wobbliness? Look at that. The camera is amazing. Anyways, so I'm trying to not show off my entire bedroom in the mess, but so you just get a nice pixelated look at my face. It's gorgeous. That's all I got. So on to the next segment. Next awesome bumper. Super exciting. Okay, where's my notes for this one? Cool. So how's Nintendo doing? This is a super exciting news thing, right? Today's the 27th. This morning was the Pokemon Direct, where they announced Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. They showed off the 3 starters. This game, my very first thought was, holy crap, like, not necessarily gameplay wise, but graphically, it actually reminded me a lot of Breath of the Wild, right? It seems like that sort of graphical engine. They're doing some great stuff with drawing, with like the draw distance on the very first shot was really impressive. That was the very first thing that stuck out for me. And just, you know, I mean, the starter designs, I was watching Switch Force's analysis of it or whatever, their initial impressions. They said on there that the starter designs were a little bit, and I kind of agree. Like, they're not bad, they're not terrible, but they're not great either, right? Like a little monkey. We've seen monkeys before. We've seen lizards before. We've never seen a bunny, or at least not a starter bunny. But we've seen bunnies. But also, you know, we're far enough into this franchise that I guess, what's the word? Repetition is to be expected. I think honestly what they should do, and like if this is sort of a UK, England, like that sort of Western European vibe they have going on, like for London, like all of that. I think that it would be cool for them to maybe explore some cool like mythological characters and character designs. I have made it known that I am quite into Dungeons and Dragons recently. I would love to see some cool Pokemon, you know, sort of based on cool D&D characters, or like, you know, like if it's going to be like knights and all that kind of stuff, it would be cool to have like dragons, or you know, something based on a dragon, something based on a beholder, something based on, like, okay, here, watch this. So this is like actually a model that I made, which is like a cool. I got a 3D printer and I painted this beholder after I printed it. Imagine a Pokemon based on this guy. That'd be amazing, right? Like that, I think, is a great idea. So let's get some cool Pokemon like that, right? Just cool medieval fantasy style monsters. What else do we have here? By the way, that's a picture of my wedding right here. You see that? That's my beautiful wife who's pixelated, and that's me when I was like a wee lad, as Justin Masson would say. So that's Pokemon. I mean, we've only got so much so far. I guess the other thing that I would say is that I am excited by the architecture. I think it's a cool direction to go, especially after the Parisian architecture of X and Y, and then the Hawaii tropical style. Like, I think it's cool. It reminded me actually of Codename Steam a little bit as far as the actual architecture in that trailer. So I'm pretty excited about Sword and Shield. I personally am a Shield guy, but you know, Sword's cool too. What other stuff I got? I had some notes here written down for myself. I've been playing some Wargroove. Oh, wait a minute. No, hang on. What a minute. I got another segment coming up. Change that. Put it in the next section. Same with this one and this one. Seems to me like, as far as actual news goes, Reggie recently announced that he was retiring. Good on him. I'm actually really excited to see him retiring instead of going off to somebody else. If he can't, or if he's not going to be working, I don't think it's fair that anyone else in the industry gets him either. So if we can't have him, then nobody can have him. So I'm excited. Congratulations. Actually, what I also mean by that is that he would be. I think it's cool that he is. That he's actually sort of, you know, taking a step back, being with family. He's kind of pulling a Chris Metzen from Blizzard, right? Like Chris Metzen from Blizzard did this a while ago, and I think that's pretty cool. So yeah, I mean, the Bowser's taking over. What was he before? Marketing or something? I want to say that he was marketing, or I don't know, whatever he was. He seems to be doing a good job. Nintendo's going in the right direction, so I'm excited. Frankly, I think it's good that he's doing that. Other news: the Direct that came out not too long ago. Really excited about Fire Emblem Three Houses. Because that's like, I mean, it's Fire Emblem, and it seems like you almost train your students in a way that's like Harry Potter style, where you've got like, they've all got like individual stats and things, but they're students, and you get to decide almost what class they are, which seems cool. The character design looks like a good combination, like a high res version of Fire Emblem on the 3DS. I think a lot of the portable games moving to the Switch, that's what they're going to look like, and I think it looks good. I think it looks sharp. Not every single game needs to be this hyper realistic. What is my color balance doing here? What in the world? Anyway, I don't think everything needs to be hyper realistic. I think that it looks good the way it looks, and different art styles only make things more cool. I like it. I think it's good. And finally, I mean, other games that kind of stood out there. I will get into it in a minute, but I think that the Daemon X Machina looks great. And I don't know. It seems like a lot of Wii U ports again, like even recently, right? Like New Super Mario Brothers U. Oh yeah, Mario Maker was the other big one. I am not super excited about that, but I know a ton of people are, and I know my kids will be, and it's encouraging creativity. So sure, why not? That sounds great. Anyways, on to the next segment. Ooh, all right. So this one, I don't know why this is like suddenly going orange. Anyway, next segment is what I've been playing, and that is a interesting question. I could say things that would not surprise anyone. I have been playing. Let me take a look here. I've been playing some more Breath of the Wild. Actually, I've been going back and playing some more Master Mode. F that game and Master Mode. It's super hard, but it's fun, and it's the kind of hard that you want, right? Smash Brothers Ultimate is so much time being put into that game. So many great modes that I think don't get a lot of talk. I've been playing a ton of Spirit Mode, just collecting those spirits. Those spirits are just jumping in, seeing what spirits are on the board, maybe do a couple of rounds. It feels like you're doing something, even though you're not getting it. Like it's a good solution for jumping in, play a couple of rounds, and jump out without it feeling like on the 3DS you would either have to do classic mode, which right, like you're playing a ton of matches, probably 10 matches or 5, 7, 8 matches, or you could do Smash, which is just like you versus the computer, but you're not getting anything out of it, you're not accomplishing anything. So the Spirit board is good for jump in, play a couple matches, feel like you accomplished something, jump out. So that's cool. I haven't purchased the Fighter Pass, mostly because I have not seen it yet. I haven't had to, but I will. I mean, as soon as it comes out, I will. Wargroove is great. I'm not too far into it, but I'm really impressed with it. I'm liking the strategy elements. I'm liking everything. I'm loving everything about Wargroove. It's just fun, right? Like, and I think it's resonating with my again, that sort of part of my brain that's tickled by D&D a little bit, as far as the grid-based strategy, the medieval setting, cool monsters, all of that is really fun. I got the Sega Genesis Classics collection. It's not bad, right? There's some good games in there. I'm a fan of Phantasy Star 2. Well, I'm not a fan. I have nostalgia for Phantasy Star 2. And I've been introducing my kids to some of those games. It's pretty fun. Tetris 99. See, I'm just going through a bunch here, and hopefully, if you guys like this, let me know if you think I need to slow down. This is a show / whatever in process. Progress. So yeah, so Sega Genesis collection, Tetris 99, cool for what it is. But also I don't like losing, and I lose sometimes. Daemon X Machina, the prototype missions, the demo of this is super cool. I really liked it. I'm excited. It actually gives me really excited. But it's like the style or the setting or whatever. It's like what I wish the mech fighting in Xenoblade Chronicles X was like. Right? If you know what Xenoblade Chronicles X was like, it was like a very, like, you got like 30 hours into that game, you got a mech and you got to fly around or whatever and fight, but you were still fighting like a human. You were just huge, right? And that was not it was just a clunky experience. This is much more like, yeah, this is what fighting in a mech should feel like. So I really like it. I think it's great. I'm looking forward to that one a lot more than I was before. What else as far as other games I've been playing? I got Runner 3 on a good deal over the holidays. Been playing a little bit of that. Honestly, I don't play a ton of video games though, guys, because I'm just like my time is so stretched. I don't know if any of you guys feel like this. It's just like the time is stretched. I didn't even like. I'm only 2 gyms into Pokemon Let's Go. My son beat it into like a week, but I have not gotten very far into it because Smash came out very quickly after that did, and I haven't had a whole lot of time to go back to it. The other one that I have been playing a lot of is I did play the Yoshi's Crafted World demo. I thought that was cute. Not sure, given what I have, it's not going to compete with my time. I played a little bit of Actung Cthulhu Tactics. That was a review code we got. This game did not catch my attention. Do not consider that a review, but consider it if you're looking for something that's going to grab your attention and something really exciting that you want to spend your very limited time on. It just didn't grab me. I don't know. I should probably give more into it. Don't consider that a review. Consider that a first impression. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. So those are all the games I've been playing. Let me just jump into my last segment here. All right, cool. Well, Zach talks about psychology. I like putting these things in here because I think that it's part of, as me being a psychologist, as me being somebody who has studied what makes people happy, or at least what makes people what gives people good life, if that makes sense. Gives people good life. That's the kind of language you pay me for, people. Anyways, I wanted to talk today just for a couple of minutes about what I like to call avoidance. And I think that there is a difference between avoidance and escapism and enjoyment. But what's interesting is what a lot of the research shows us. So when I say avoidance, what I mean is, let's say we have an uncomfortable experience, an uncomfortable feeling. Maybe it's we feel judged by somebody. Maybe it's we feel insecure. Maybe, a million different things. And it feels uncomfortable to feel a certain way. Maybe it's bored. Maybe it's I need to do something. Maybe it's procrastination, right? And we avoid feeling a certain way because of it. Video games are a really good way to avoid, right? And I think there's a difference between escapism and enjoyment and avoiding something. Sometimes we're avoiding something that we need to do, or something that is in alignment with our values and something that would push us in the direction that we want to go, but it's uncomfortable and we want to avoid feeling uncomfortable, so we do something enjoyable like play video games. What is a better thing to do instead of avoidance is actually accept that some things in life are hard and uncomfortable, and decide that you are going to embrace reality as it really is, but in a way that is going to push you towards being the best version of yourself. So for example, I have certain things that I don't do because I know that it would be uncomfortable or it's hard, and I would rather do things that are not hard. But so for example, maybe it's exercise, right? Sure. That's an excellent one for me. I've never really been a huge fan of exercising. It's just not something I've ever really learned to enjoy. And I don't know if I ever would enjoy it. Maybe I would. Sure. In fact, I think but the thing is that for me, one of the things that is that initial obstacle of acknowledging I'm avoiding this, and that's not a great idea. If I'm not doing it for a specific reason, that's good, but I'm just completely avoiding it, right? And so avoidance, because it's uncomfortable, is not a great thing. And learning how to accept this is hard, and it's okay that it's hard, right? It's okay that this makes me uncomfortable, or it's okay if I'm having a bad day. It's okay if getting started doing exercise is hard. That's how you know that you're doing the right thing. And so sitting down saying, all right, I'm going to own this. I'm going to, and then, moving from that accepting that, and then moving on to what am I going to do about it? What are my values? What am I pushing towards? Let's reassess and recenter. So yeah, so there you go. So that has been all right, guys. Well, this is the end of the episode, video, whatever. Let me know what you think. I'm interested to know what you think about this, if this has been something that you enjoyed. Comments down below. I will talk to you guys later. And yeah, follow, like the video, subscribe, notification bell, Twitter, all that. You guys are amazing. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.